get it higher than he can jump. I got a pretty nice touch around the basket, so sometimes I can float it higher than normal, and but sometimes he affected my shot because he's a long guy and a tall guy, so I just try to make adjustments when I get in there and try to take what the defense gives me. I mean, when we have a small lineup with guys that can space the floor and shoot, guys can't just focus in on me, especially when I come off pick and rolls with pace. And make the right decision is hard to guard. And I think Coach sees that, and he's going to play that a little more and pick and choose when to play it. But as you've seen last season, it definitely worked for us. So hopefully we can get back to that.
We are back for part two. Before we move on from Isaiah Thomas, we got to finish up talking about him. He had kind of two runs on his own, one in the second quarter, one in the fourth quarter. Basically, when he gets in kind of after that rest from the initial run at the beginning of each half, he comes in on fire, attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line. And tonight, we talked about that awesome shot he had over Porzingis. But in the fourth quarter, as New York was starting to kind of close the gap there, he had some big shots, got to the rim. He went to the free throw line. I think he had, 6 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter, which he hit almost all of. He's able to put the offense on his back when he needs to.
Yeah, and the best thing about Isaiah is that he keeps shooting and he stays aggressive. Early in the fourth quarter, he didn't have his best run and he made a couple of mistakes, had a couple of turnovers. But I think he even mentioned in the post game that Stevens told him to stay aggressive. And he, like I said before, that when they cut it to 5, he was very aggressive in transition and led to 2 easy baskets, which kind of sealed the game for the Celtics.
Okay, so enough Isaiah talk because you're Bay.
I need to talk about my main man, Hot Clam Crowder. His third quarter, he came out, scored 12 points. I think he had a steal, caused another turnover, and then drew 2 fouls on Carmelo Anthony. He did a great job just containing Carmelo tonight, and I don't know if his third quarter changed the game, but he definitely was a large reason because I thought the offense was otherwise flat. Mm-hmm. And it's just something that Crowder's been doing consistently, especially over the last about 15 games. He's been averaging, I think, somewhere around 17 points, and his scoring has really improved to go along with his already very good perimeter, and he's doing a good job playing defense in the post.
While his three-point shooting is, I think, better than it's been in his career this year, he still is down around 36%. But tonight he went 3 for 5 from deep, and he had some actually crucial three-pointers. And he was the guy that kept streaks going when it seemed like a run was going to start to dissipate. He hit that 3, and he kind of made the play that kept the momentum going.
And he's been struggling with his three-point shot late in the past couple of games, but it was nice to see him get back on a horse tonight. And it's going to be important for the Celtics just for anyone to be making three-point shots because it's not something they're great at. So if he can provide even 36%, maybe even 38%, it's going to be a huge key for them. Another one moving forward.
That's the key.
Absolutely.
The key. Bless up. So before we go, Evan Turner hit a 3 tonight. He went 1 for 1 from 3. The Celtics actually overall went 8 for 20 from 3, while the Knicks shot 4 for 19. Very rare that the Celtics shoot better than their opponent from deep. Evan Turner, coming into tonight, was the 3rd worst three-point shooter in the league, but going 1 for 1 tonight, he moved up, and percentage-wise, I think he might have passed Jerry and Grant, who was sitting on the bench, got a DNP
nice.
CD tonight. So Evan Turner, congratulations to moving up in the ranks of three-point shooters in the world. But those blue steel glasses,
oh man,
oh my God, he is on fire. I asked him, they're Jean-Paul Gaultier for anybody that's either a Kanye fan or just a old tacky fashion fan. Beautiful, beautiful glasses. It's Celtics Fashion Week tonight. We had Jonas Jerebko rocking a knee-length fur coat tonight in all black.
Oh my God, Jonas I think he's wearing a skull cap too. I didn't even see this coming because I've seen Marcus Smart wearing some ridiculous things. I've seen Evan Turner trying to wear some hats that just he shouldn't be wearing.
Yeah.
And Terry Rozier has some pretty odd fashion statements. They're all pretty cool, but I didn't see this coming from Jonas. And frankly, I love it. It's great.
I think Jae Crowder is wearing a Rick Owens shirt, one of my favorite designers. And if you know who Rick Owens is, props to you.
I don't.
You don't know who Rick Owens is.
No.
LA designer based out of France. But most importantly, the Celtics are showing a little bit of individuality nowadays. And whether it's Turner coming out of a shell this year or Kelly Olynyk acknowledging that there are emotions in the universe, it seems like the team, as it's kind of become more comfortable with itself on the court, seems to be a little bit more comfortable off the court as well.
I definitely think winning helps because their attitudes changed drastically in the locker room. And Jae Crowder said after the game that they kind of feel like they have their swagger back, and you can definitely tell post-game they're laughing around. They're all amazed by the amazing outfit. They're amazed by the amazing outfit. That's a dumb thing to say. But they're just wowed by Jonas Jerebko's outfit, and it's all smiles, and it's more fun to see. It's just a more fun locker room to be in.
Well, Isaiah Thomas said they need to smile more, right? And they're smiling more. So we're smiling here. We're going to send you off with some quotes from the players about Kobe Bryant, who will be here for the next game, in his last ever visit to the Garden, assuming that they don't make the finals, which I'm pretty comfortable with. So we'll leave you with that. For Sam, for Jared, who is myself, for Kyle behind the camera not listening right now, this is the Garden Report on CLNS Radio and Celtics Blog.
One of the best players, the best player to ever play the game of basketball in my era. It's going to be probably a little emotional for him. This is one of the most famous arenas, and it's going to suck to see him go. But at the same time, if it was the other way around, he wouldn't care if it was your last game. So we got to try to get the win and don't let him have a big game.
I know he's a competitor, but were you a big fan growing up of his?
Oh yeah, my family's from Los Angeles, so my dad would definitely be at the game. He's a Laker fan, but he's a Celtics fan too. But I was brainwashed to be a Laker fan when I was young, so I grew up on Kobe Bryant, and he was my favorite player.
Growing up, it was crazy, watching Kobe and the things that he accomplished, and he took a beating day in, day out, night after night, and just the things he did. So it's definitely going to be a fun night Wednesday, and it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, of course, man. That was the stupidest question you could have. No, I'm joking, but no, of course, man. Kobe. I remember being 8 years old watching him do the dunk contest, so pretty much spent, my whole life watching him play. So Kobe was always a bright spot of, my adolescence and, the childhood and, the game in general.